What's up, guys? A new graveyard deck has rose up the ranks to reach number 80 in the world. The spooky skeletons feel almost impossible to stop because the opponent's tower will be targeting the Evolved Knight and the Rascals, giving you absurd tank value. So until the Rascals or Evolved Knight are out of sight, the graveyard skeletons will never get targeted. And because the Evolved Sir never takes substantial damage unless he's standing still, the amount of damage that you stack up in the meantime is absolutely ridiculous. With Goblins, Rascals, Inferno Dragon, and Graveyard Skeletons stockpiling everywhere, the opponent's spells and elixir will never be enough. It's time to slam skeletons and Evolved Sirs all over the arena and assert dominance. Lots of love to everyone that's supporting the channel with creator code SirTag. Yo, we gotta give his rolls of sushi. What's up? He's one of my favorite people in Clash. I actually know him pretty well. We're gonna drop a good luck and see what he's cooking. Definitely want to go for Goblins at the start. Give him the perception that I'm running a fast cycle deck. And maybe he's not gonna be expecting Graveyard. Oh, that's awful. I mean, it's awful that he's got Mother Witch, but it's incredible that he cycled it. So, you know what? Maybe we can cook. I can go in for a Graveyard if he's in a bad card cycle right now. I'm gonna Bond Tower, unfortunately. That's gonna have to be dropped. I can't afford to eat the damage from the Miner and also the Wall Breakers. I couldn't afford to eat the Miner, but Wall Breakers, that's a different story. All right, do I go Rascals on the same side? Do I just drop them in the back? Do I split them? I think I'm going to split them because Girl Rascal by herself will deal damage to the tower, so it's not something that he's going to ignore. I'm going to go for a Skeleton King in the back. So this is looking like a Minor Fast Cycle Wall Breakers deck with either Royal Recruits or Evolved Barbarians. It's going to be one of those toxic bait decks, though, that Sushi loves playing. So maybe we can go and roll him with the Bar Barrel and then potentially go in for a Graveyard, depending on what we're thinking. He knows that this is going to be a Graveyard deck or some sort of, like, Control-esque deck because I haven't dropped my Win Condition yet. And I know that he's going to have Minor Wall Breakers because he's already dropped them. So maybe if I go in for a bad Graveyard and single elixir and I go into bait cards, I could just lose the game. So it's going to be better for me to just play a bit more safe. We're going to split up our Rascals and our Knight, and we'll see if he's going to have Royal Recruits. If he's got Recruits, he will drop them now because he's going to be able to defend both sides simultaneously. He doesn't have Recruits. Probably going to have Evo Barbs if I had to guess. Oh, look at that. Rascal Girl putting in the work on the left, and we get a Goblin Gang out of our opponent. So, main thing for me that I've realized whenever I play Clash is make sure you don't let the Spirit Goblins lock into the tower. The Goblins in front of the Goblin Gang don't really matter that much. But, yeah, we're just making sure that we find our situation with our evolution and get ready for whatever he's going to rock. He still hasn't really displayed any, like, dedication to go all in on me. He's been playing very passive and waiting for his opportunity, despite him having a deck that is a little bit more fast-paced. So we want to find a situation where we have our poison and we can go in for a Graveyard with an Evolved Knight. I think we're about to find it. I'm going to go for our Evolved Knight in the back, and then I'm going to go in for Rascals here on top of the Wall Breakers. And I think we're going to be fine as long as they don't target the Miner. Okay, cool. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Now we've got the Evolved Knight and we've got the Rascals counter pushing. Hopefully we can get all of the elixir on the left-hand side, and then we're going to go for the Evolved Knight Graveyard. And I don't think he's going to be ready for this. Most of the time they're going to be expecting us to combat them with the Inferno Dragon and then also the Rascal. Wait, the Inferno Dragon's on the tower! That's exactly what we need! No way for him to reset that. We're going to melt the Skeleton King as well, and we walk away with the dub. So that dueling pressure is why this deck is so successful, especially because you can split up Rascals, or, I mean, just going for Rascals on one side, going for a Graveyard on the other, and then, even though Graveyard decks typically are notorious for one-lane pressure, going in for, like, Baby Dragons, Tornadoes, and Ice Wizards, you can make so much more happen when you're running a bait version of Graveyard, because it just overwhelms opponents. So, yeah, we won. We'll jump on the next one, and we'll continue the fun. I love beating great players that I know, and it's always satisfying beating friends. And we're rolling up the ranks to 2,300 in the world. So Jerry's apparently alive later. Hopefully he's not, though. I don't want you to be alive after this game, man. I want to be the only one left standing. So I'm going to go for a Knight, just get to that evolution as quick as I can. Whenever I see Bar Barrel rolling down on my Goblins, it doesn't feel great. But I can deduce that he's likely not going to end up having a Lava Hound deck because there's no Lava Hound decks with Skeleton Dragons and Bar Barrel. So I bet you it's going to probably be a Graveyard deck, or maybe it's going to be some sort of Fireball bait deck. In either situation, I'm okay with second. Oh my gosh. Wow. I really didn't think it was going to be Elixir Golem. Out of all the cards that I could have guessed, that was not it. Let's go! The Inferno Dragon is away from the Electro Dragon. That's what we needed. That is a match made in heaven. So as long as we're able to go and bounce through with the Goblins and finish off the rest of the blobs, we might even be able to activate King Tower here with the right Knight placement. Please. Please. No. Just activate King Tower. No! It hit the tower instead! Oh, that trolled me so hard. I thought the Goblins were in alignment with the Knight. I thought everything was going to be all right, but nah, that Electro Dragon's like, nah, no King Tower activation in sight. Okay, guys, I'm done rhyming. I'm sorry. Also, why does this guy have a bowler? Oh, my goodness. There's no way that this is reality. An Elixir Golem deck with bowler? What are people cooking in this meta? How are they deciding that this is the strat? Oh, my gosh, it got worse for me. I'm just dead, right? I can't defend that tower. There's 0% chance. I mean, I can go for a poison here so I don't get 3-crowned, but at the same time, I am not happy with the fact that he just decided to go Elixir Golem and spam a bowler and drop all of his Elixir there. Jeez. You know what? It's okay. It happens sometimes. He's given us the well played. He's given us a little bit of BM when he takes a tower. It's all good. We're going to make it happen. We're going to go Rascals on the left. We're going to have the Evolved Knight on the right, and maybe we can make something happen still. Jeez. Wait, the Rascals, they're locking on the tower. Oh, let's go. That's huge value. See, it's just got to stay, like, I guess, fixated on the fact that not every opponent is going to play perfect the entire time. And when they mess up, you just take the opportunity to spam them. I'm going to go for a Barbarian here since the Evolved Knight will still be tanking. And then I can go for a Poison on the Skeleton Dragons. And I truly wonder if the Evolved Knight's going to put us in a position where we can 3-crown later on. Those Rascals, though. Oh, they are so mischievous. Oh, mischievous is the word. Why do I say that wrong every time? Okay, we're going to go in for Rascals here. The mischievous Rascals are going to come through, and they know exactly what to do. We can maybe go and kill the Knight. I don't know. The bad thing about the Knight is if I Inferno Dragon right now, we know for a fact he's going to go for an Electric Dragon. Could poison, but it's not looking amazing. We can just go for the Bomb Tower to get as much Elixir as we possibly can. Go in for our Goblins here, and then get a Knight on top of the Bowler. I think that's going to be our best bet. As long as we can isolate the Bowler away from everything else, then we're fine. Wait, why is there another Bowler? Stop the madness, bro. You're going to make me sad and mad, and I am definitely not glad that you're going to spam that much of Elixir. The Bowler is also walking onto my tower like some scuffed Magic Archer. It just doesn't feel right. You know what? I do one of these. I go Barbarian here, and then I go Evolved Knight in the middle, and then it tanks for both towers. It's not tanking for both towers. Spoiler alert. And it's not working as expected. Wait, the tower's going to get taken anyway. Let's go. Graveyard for the win. Despite our situation looking super grave at the start, we bounced back. And the guy thought he won too. He's given us a whole bunch of emotes, being really confident at the start. So it makes the clutch comeback feel just that much better. And we've pushed up to top 2,000 in the world. This guy's medals are 2023. He's living in the present right now. You love to see it. I'm going to go in for a Knight in the back, and we'll see what he's cooking. Okay. I would love to activate King Tower if I had Tornado against those Goblins, but I don't. So we're just going to reluctantly cycle our Barbarian Barrel and see if we can beat out anything else. So Goblins and Barbs. I don't know what I'm matching into. Rail Hogs, maybe? A lot of times whenever you see Barbarians, it's not going to be paired with Goblins as well. Usually, they're going to be their own individual entity that just is able to defend everything. Oh! Okay. Wow, I didn't expect them to have like 2 forms of distractions and then a Lava Hound deck with a Night Witch. But that's exactly what we're matching into. So we're going to go for a Lava Hound counter with the Inferno Dragon. If it can just melt the Lava Hound, then we're in a good spot. I hate poisoning early because I need to be able to finish off the Night Witch inside the poison. So then the bat, when it spawns, it will also die. Think it's okay? I think we got it. Nice. We cooked the rest of the Fly Machine too. Wait, if I go Goblins? Oh, man. I was hoping that the Inferno Dragon would still stay alive, but it didn't happen.
My time has come.
All right. We know he's going to be back to Barbarians because he ended up dropping them right after he dropped Goblins. So that's what his card cycle is like. So if I go in for a Graveyard, it would be rather foolish. Maybe we can get him to go in for a bad Barbarians onto our Barbarrel. I don't know. I don't think he's going to do anything dumb. But if he did, that would make me really happy. We do get a little bit of damage. I could poison on top of this. But we also have the Evolved Knight and we've got Inferno Dragon. So I think it's in my best interest to just go in for a poison immediately and cycle our Inferno Dragon so we can soak up all the damage from the Skeleton Dragons. No! How did that target my Rascal? I thought for sure the Inferno Dragon was in front. That sucked. I don't know if you guys have ever had that happen where the air card looks like it's in front of stuff, but it's actually not, and you have to look at the shadow to decipher where your air card is. That Inferno Dragon trolled me so hard. Anyway, we're going to go in for a Knight here on the right-hand side just to apply some more pressure. No, we're not. I'm going to go for the Knight on defense here because we know what he's going to do. He's just going to go for the Evo Barbs. So if I'm going to sacrifice to the Evo Barbs anyway, we might as well get something out of it. If we get him to Evo Barbs there and we Graveyard simultaneously at the same time with the Rascals coming at him, I don't know if he's able to stop this. Oh, he's just going to go Evo Barbs in the middle. I should have thought of that. I really should have had the foresight, but I guess I wasn't that smart. Feels bad, man. You guys let me know down below in the comment section if you guys have, like, done a push where you were so confident about and then you realize, like, oh, it was rather foolish as you, like, look at it a little bit more. All right, we're going to go for Goblins inside corners, force out some more Elixir. Then we're going to go for Rascals directly on top of the Fly Machine. I could go for a Poison if I want to posture that way, but I think I need to. So let's not spend Elixir that I don't need to. I'm going to go for a Barbarian Barrel so it's able to tank for the Graveyard, and then we can go for a Poison directly on the Barbarians. The cool thing is, look at the outside skeletons that the Barbarians aren't able to touch. Every time that you go in for a graveyard and they only have regular barbarians, they're going to take upwards of like 1,000 damage each time. They can't really defend unless they've got the evil barbarians for your graveyard. And especially when you poison the barbarians, well, it's just a terrible trade for them every time. So I'm going to go for a barbarian to go and pull back any of the Night Witch bats and the Night Witch herself, go in for our poison and put this man out of his misery. Super clean match. I only took like 800 damage in the right-hand tower. And I felt like the defense was rather effortless. Despite having Bomb Tower, you only need an Inferno Dragon, Poison, and Rascals to clean up Lava Hound. Yo, so this guy's got the Mortar Evolution in the banner. You guys already know the deal. If we're playing against the Mortar Evolution, we want to be cycling our Knights on defense to go and distract it. I'm going to cycle my Rascals instead, just in case he's got Mortar. I don't love dropping my Rascals on defense against the Mortar in the same side, because the Mortar shoots both of the girl Rascals at the same time. Oh, this guy's got Mother Witch, but he doesn't have it in cycle. This might be a profound opportunity for us to go graveyard in single elixir, which I never do. I fully caution against doing this. But in this specific scenario, with our opponent's best answer to the graveyard out of cycle, we got to go in for the win, because we might not have another opportunity like this. So we're going to be able to pull the Goblin Giant quite a ridiculous distance with that Bomb Tower. If you guys haven't noticed, that is the best placement you can possibly do. And then we should be fine against the Mini P.E.K.K.A. if I can get a Knight down. I don't know if I can. I really don't know. I actually am petrified of this Mini P.E.K.K.A. Don't hurt my Knight, bro. Stop it. Oh, that's going to get at least one hit on my tower. There's no doubt it gets one. Yep. That sucks. So we were doing really well until the Mini P.E.K.K.A. decided to ruin our day, but we figured out that we're playing against a Mother Witch Sparky deck. It has to be Sparky because that's what Goblin Giant Mother Witch always has. And there it is. Wow. Like I knew what was going to happen, which was really one of the most obvious things in the world. You guys are probably just going to be like rolling your eyes at me saying, Jake, you idiot. Why would you even need to say that? I can read your mind. I can read the game. I can read these plays from our opponent every time. Anyway, we're just going to go in for a poison, and then I think we go Goblin surround on top of the Sparky so it doesn't blast the Bomb Tower. I hate the fact that he's playing this intelligently. I don't know if you guys saw, but he was trying to warp around his Goblin Giant so that it would bypass our building, because the Sparky was actually pushing the Goblin Giant. So I had to make sure that I adapted and dropped my Bomb Tower in a closer distance to the Goblin Giant so the Goblin Giant didn't sneak on past. This guy is a sly and ferocious Sir, which I don't appreciate. I don't like when people are this smart in Clash Royale. So we're going to go for a Knight in the back on the same side as his Knight, but ours is evolved and his is just like, you know, the standard Knight that no one really cares that much about. He's the Knight that you throw out to get the Knight that we have. He's the upgrade Knight. Let's go. So we're going to go in for the Rascals and we're going to go Graveyard. This is a pretty risky play most times, but I'm going to do it anyway because if he goes in for Mother Witch, he still has to deal with the Rascals, and I don't think he can. Yeah, I mean, if you look at it from a pragmatic point of view, even if you stop the Graveyard, even if you delete all of the Graveyard Skeletons and convert them to your team, you've got the Bomb Tower to splash down all the Mother Witch Skeletons countered. So yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's exactly what we want. Like, it's nice to be able to have that environment where you're able to just realize that as long as you stop the Mini P.E.K.K.A. for the second time, we're going to be okay. Okay, never mind. Wait, this is way more scary. He's got a random Fireball in his deck too. We got to go for a Goblin Surround. The Knight's on my tower. Stop it! Stop, chill, calm down. Don't do that much damage. Oh my gosh. If he fireballs me, I lose. If he fireballs me and takes this tower, I actually lose the game. I think it's going to come down. I don't know if it's going to hit my tower in time, though. Please don't have it happen. Let's go! We somehow escaped that game without the fireball. I think he was less than a second away, too. And luckily, we left the game without getting burnt. Hey, we got a Game Us Awake. What's up, man? We're dropping a good luck, and we'll see what's happening. So he typically plays Graveyard. I'm also running Graveyard, so it should be a fun match. I'm going to give him some love, and I'm going to go for a Barb Barrel here, and I want him to go in for a Graveyard first. That would make me very happy. Also, there's a chance he's running Graveyard Freeze, which would give us a distinct advantage. So we're split our Rascals at the start. I could go for an Inferno Dragon. Okay, he's going to poison early on. Ooh, all right. So I think I want to go in for a Graveyard right now and just test the waters and see what he's going to have. Because if he doesn't have poison and we have a matchup advantage and the Inferno Dragon locks onto the tower, I could win the game. I hope I get lucky. No, he's too good for that. That's the issue. When you play against people that are good at Clash Royale, they're not going to give you opportunities where you can cheese through with an Inferno Dragon like you would want to. Anyway, last possible second, we're going to drop the Knight so then the Baby Dragon locks onto that instead of anything else.
Go on. Hit me as hard as you can.
Could tornado that directly to the tower and then get splash damage with the Ice Wizard and the Baby Dragon, but I feel like that wouldn't be the best play, so he doesn't do it. We're going to go in for our Goblins here, and we're also going to go for Rascals off to the side, trying to make sure that our stuff is split up so he's not able to poison everything at once. We'll see if he even elects to do that. Wait, the Knight just dies. Oh, man. He could tornado and activate King Tower with these Goblins. I really hope that doesn't happen. When that happens, I just want to cry myself to sleep at night when my goblins activate King Tower. It's literally the worst feeling in Clash Royale. So never send in lone goblins against good players. This guy is like a top 1,000 player very often. Like, he just is always at the top of leaderboard. So I can't make those type of misplays against him. He'll take the opportunity and then just win the game. I want to go for a graveyard just because I feel like if he doesn't have the tombstone in cycle, then it's going to be hard for him to defend without going in for like a poison. And then the poison, it's not going to be able to be used on offense against my rascals or my goblins. So then I get a free defense every single time and then he gets no damage. At least that's what I'm anticipating. I don't know if he's going to have another spell. I don't know if he's going to go for like Baby Dragon, Tornado, and Graveyard. But if we get the poison out on defense, I feel like he has no ability to go on offense and he has to just wait through another cycle of me going on offense. If I go on offense, then he has no ability to get damage. So kind of what we like to see. All right, we're going to go for goblins here, and we'll see if we can get something. Maybe we can go for a graveyard as well since we have the knight rolling through. And, yeah, we're going to barb roll. We're just going to keep up the pressure because I want him to never be able to go in for a graveyard. Okay, he's got Evolved Knight. A little bit scary for us. I think this is too much poison value for us to not take. I'm going to do it. I get a barb roll from on the other side. We can go in for rascals to finish off the Baby Dragon. And then, yeah, I think we're okay. Not the worst thing in the world, not the best thing in the world. It's just something that we're working with. All right. I'm going to get a knight down last second, so the Evolved Knight locks onto that instead of my tower. Pretty important stuff. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to stop the Evolved Knight from taking out your tower. Cycling Inferno Dragons in the back is imperative in these type of matchups. I'm going to go for Goblins relatively early on and see if he wants to go in. I'm going to go in for a Graveyard here as well, and I'm going to get Rascals down. And when this Knight tanks for the Graveyard, then he has to like defend and go on offense at the same time. I think we stressed him a bit there because we do have a matchup advantage, and I think he was trying to do a lot at once. So when we get our opponent to try to defend and go on offense, when you have like multiple ways of defending cheaply and applying aggression a little bit cheaper than the opponent, that's where you start to find opportunities for damage. Even against the best players in the world, sometimes they will be spread too thin just because of your matchup. That's kind of what we want to stress. When we get an advantage, we want to make that advantage give us more value. All right, so he doesn't end up having the right card cycle to deal with the Rascals and Graveyard at the river right now, right? Rascals are practically impossible for him to defend easily. So we're going to do that, and we can also go in for another poison. And notice how the girl rascal is still alive. The barb roll can't kill it. That's one of the reasons why I want to play aggressive, because I knew if I can win this battle at the river as well, then it'd be in an even better spot. So I'm going to try to go in for an Inferno Dragon on his Baby Dragon after the skeletons dissipate. And then I can go for Goblins if I need to, or I can just go for a Knight to pull back his Evolved Knight. And then I think he's going to have to go for a Graveyard, so we're just going to go for Rascals. We're going to Graveyard simultaneously because we know that he doesn't have poison in cycle. We just want to keep up the pressure, but when he doesn't have the right card cycle, because we know that the Graveyard Skeletons will do a lot of damage, or they'll bait out cards that we can poison near his tower. So like that Ice Wizard and the Knight, still giving us value. All we need to do is one more poison, and I think we walk with a win. That's what we're going to go for right now. We're going to go for our Rascals. We're going to try to go in for like an Evolved Knight to body block the river so then he can't cross. Then we're going to go for our Goblins in the back. And I think we walk away with a win just because the Baby Dragon is not going to be able to splash under our tower. And let's go. That was a very good matchup for us, and it shows you once you get those good matchups, when you get those leads, never give them up. And that's the true strength of this utterly defensive deck. Even against people much better than you, this deck completely clutches up and gives you free wins. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an amazing rest of your day.